AI agents are everywhere, automating tasks and making decisions at machine speed. But agents make mistakes. Just one rogue agent can do big damage before you even notice. Rubrik Agent Cloud is the only platform that helps you monitor agents, set guardrails, and rewind mistakes, so you can unleash agents, not risk. Accelerate your AI transformation at Rubrik.com. That's RUBRIK.com.
We are here.
We are.
At JMO's Bowl, where you always strike a great meal. Man, this is a packed place, Royal.
Yeah, they got a big tournament going on today, so in mere minutes, our listening audience will probably hear some bowling pins crashing in the background.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, and if folks are looking for something interesting to do, there are some excellent bowlers here today from around Minnesota. And I mean, these guys are very, very good. So if you want to see some...
Royal Ross is here.
Yeah, Royal Ross is in the house, but Royal Ross isn't even bowling. But no, there's a lot of talent out there, a lot of guys that I used to know and still do know, but come on out and watch them. They're very, very good. So yes, we are at JMO's Bowl. JMO's came out with a new special, new special. So they got some cool stuff on here, like the All-American Tater Tot Hot Dish, barbecue chicken sandwich, and today, Saturday, Italian sub with fries for only $12.99. So they have specials every day. I'm not going to bother you with reading them all, but come on out. They great food here, and it's a great place to hang out, do a little bowling, do a little dart playing, watch some sports on big screen TVs. There's all kinds of sports going on right now. So, folks, if you have not been out here to JMO's, come on out and check it out. Also, I think Ryan's still looking for a few people. If you're looking for a job, he could use some help out here. So, come on out. Don't forget catering for the season here, the holiday season coming up. They can cater. They can host parties here, not just birthday parties, but maybe you have a business party, work Christmas party or something, and you don't want to clean it up and stuff and make it at home or at the office or anything like that. Come on out to JMO's, and they will take care of you here.
He's Royal Ross. I'm Gordy Kosfeld, and we have a very special guest today, Royal.
We do, absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you want to do the honors?
Well, I could. It looks like we have a Mr. Malecha here. Is that correct, sir? Go ahead and introduce yourself.
JJ's here.
That is correct, yeah.
Oh.
That is correct, yeah.
There you go.
JJ Malecha, hearing the pins rattle, us three might have to get a game in after this, maybe once we're wrapped up here.
Well, it'd have to be a while because all the lanes are taken right now, but maybe about 5 or 6 o'clock tonight there'll be some open lanes. But you are looking spiffy here. Why are you?
I am, yeah. I'm not a coach, I'm not a player, but thanks for having me, guys. I'm actually a midshipman out at the Naval Academy. I'm a local kid. I graduated from Bethlehem Academy in 2021. Played some sports there. Gordy, you probably called a few of my games, baseball or basketball. I even played for Eric Hildebrand and Dean Ryder. They probably swing by the show every now and then.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm here to chat about the Naval Academy. I was going to say, when I was in high school, I didn't even know what the Naval Academy was. I don't even think I'd seen the ocean when I was in high school. But yeah, the Naval Academy, it's out in Annapolis, Maryland, so that's where I go to school. Mm-hmm. Flew in last night. It's one of the top-ranked public universities, another top-ranked engineering school, undergraduate program. Four-year program, you get a world-class education and some great leadership opportunities. And I'm here to answer questions. Otherwise, I could probably chat for hours on end about the Naval Academy.
Well, you were telling us before we hit the airwaves that you're going to be a pilot.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, so it's a 4-year program, free tuition. So I actually get paid to go to school out there, and then there you go. Yep. And then you sort of repay your tuition with service to our nation. So you serve a minimum of 5 years upon graduation. And yeah, on Thursday I found out that I'll be serving as a Navy pilot in the Navy. So probably sometime next year I'll head down to Pensacola, Florida, and start my flight training. So hopefully that all goes well.
Now we gotta not sugarcoat this or anything, but this is not an easy college to get into.
No, I mean I know that firsthand. Yeah, it took me 2 years to get in there. So I graduated from BA in 2021, and I didn't get in. I actually wanted to go to the Air Force Academy coming out of high school. One of the teachers there at BA, Sherry Peel, her son went to the Air Force Academy, and I was kind of inspired by his journey. So I wanted to go to the Air Force Academy, and I didn't get into any of them out of high school. You know, there's the Air Force Academy, there's West Point, Army, and then there's the Naval Academy, and there's also the Coast Guard Academy. But I struck out there coming out of high school, but that's all right. Like you said, it's a tough place to go. So I went to University of North Dakota, where I studied commercial aviation for a year and reapplied and got in. But yeah, I'm very, very grateful. It's an awesome place to go to school. I've met some tremendous people. I've had some amazing experiences. I know, like the summers are the best part of the academy. Well, maybe it is because you don't have to go to class every day, but they got some awesome programs you can do in the summer. So I went hiking through Alaska, and then the Navy paid for it, so that was awesome. This past summer, I was able to go flying with some Navy pilots down in Norfolk, Virginia, or out in Norfolk, Virginia. So yeah, it's a great place to go. Some awesome opportunities. I've grown so much as a person, as a leader, and as a student, and I'm very, very blessed and so grateful that I got the opportunity to go out there.
I have to know this question. I have to ask this question. Who wrote your letter of recommendation?
Letter of recommendation. That's a good question. So I think you need a letter of recommendation from a mathematics teacher, an English teacher, and then you get a third one from, I think, of your choice. But yeah, so I had my math teacher in high school, Ed Friesen. He wrote one. I had another teacher, Sherry Peel. I already mentioned her. She wrote another one. And then I think I had Thomas Madden. He used to be a teacher at Bethlehem Academy. He wrote one.
Now, I always thought a congressman or a senator.
Yeah, that's where I was going. I thought we had to have an election.
I also had my high school basketball coach, Melissa Hager. She wrote one for me, and then yes. So yeah, a congressional nomination is also part of the application. That's kind of what makes it pretty difficult. So I was nominated by Congressman Jim Hagedorn. So United States.
That's where I was going with this.
Yep. So he passed away in 2022. But yeah, his office they nominated me to go to the Naval Academy. So I'm very fortunate there, and that's it's kind of a cool step in the journey. You know, getting to interview with the people in his office. I did a virtual interview with them. Because that's back when COVID and all that was happening.
You mentioned that you never saw an ocean when you were in high school, so why the Navy?
Well, yeah, I mean, the Navy was my number two choice because I've always been passionate about aviation. I love airplanes. Right where I grew up, just outside of Faribault, we're right below a big major jet airway. So seeing airplanes fly over all day, maybe that's what got me interested as a kid. So I wanted to fly. Like I said, I wanted to fly for the Air Force. And that didn't pan out. And the Navy has just as many, if not more, opportunities to fly.
And most people don't realize that.
Yeah,
but the Navy has a tremendous number of pilots, and they are highly skilled, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Hey, it's not easy to land on those moving ships.
No, yeah, and like I said, you're going to Pensacola. That's the home of the Blue Angels.
That's right. Yeah, the Blue they perform each year at the graduation at the Naval Academy out in Minneapolis, Maryland. So
you could be a Blue Angel.
I guess I could. It's probably one of the hardest, most difficult jobs to get in the Navy, but I mean that would be quite the accomplishment. That would be a pretty cool dream come true if that were to happen.
What is your major?
So my major is ocean and atmospheric sciences. So basically just a fancy way to say weather.
Meteorologist, huh?
Yep, meteorologist. Yeah, that's actually why I chose it. When I was out at North Dakota, I loved my meteorology course, and I got out to Navy, and they said choose a major that you're interested in, and I said, I love learning about weather, so I'll choose the weather major.
You better know something about weather if you're going to be a pilot, right?
Yeah, and that last hurricane that just hit Jamaica.
Yeah, Hurricane Malecha.
Yeah, there was something very unique about that hurricane. You know what it was? It set a record.
Yeah, I think was it the second strongest in the Atlantic Basin, or
it was the highest wind speed
ever
recorded. They pilots fly over and they drop little sensors of some kind into the eye of the hurricane, and those sensors go down there and record all kinds of information. And it recorded a wind speed of 252 miles an hour, beating the old record of 248 miles an hour. Wow. Don't ask me how I know this stuff, because I am kind of a nerd. But
that's fascinating. Yeah, in a number of my classes, we were talking about that. We were trying to forecast where it would go, how strong it would get. So yeah, that's awesome that you brought that up.
What you said, it's kind of an engineering school. So is it heavily based in the sciences, I assume?
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty heavily based in STEM courses. Science, technology, engineering, or mathematics. Yeah. I've got even if I were to have chosen to be an English major, you have core classes you got to take, like chemistry and physics and thermodynamics, all sorts of classes like that. Okay. But I mean, the faculty out at Navy they're amazing, and I'm not the greatest student, and I work hard, and
the fact that you're there indicates that you have something between your ears up there.
And he's still there.
Yeah. Well, and I'm noticing on his little name tag here, Malecha 26. So, you graduate next year.
That's right. Yep, May of 2026. Yeah,
that's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, the people out there are amazing. I've got great friends and amazing professors, and the professors, that's actually kind of interesting. It's about half and half. So half the professors are civilian professors, and half of them are military professors. So I've got some professors that used to be on a submarine, or some professors that used to be flying jets for the Navy, and I've got other professors who graduated from the University of Michigan, and he's always giving me crap for Michigan beating Minnesota or something, but yeah, it's awesome, yeah. And I'll say, I'm not from a military background. If there's any students out there who are high school or middle school who say, like, I'd love to do that, but I don't have the family record, that's all right. My grandpa served in the Army. Other than that, I don't have any family in the military.
You're not a legacy.
Nope, that's right.
He's beginning one.
He's beginning one, yeah.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I like I said, I wasn't the greatest. I probably wasn't the greatest applicant. I wasn't super physically fit. I wasn't the greatest student. But yeah, like I said, I worked hard, and I probably learned that from my dad. He's probably the hardest working guy I know.
Well, let's spout him out. Who is he?
Bruce Malecha. Yeah, he sits up by Gordy at Bethlehem Academy games. Okay. He still runs the scoreboard for basketball. But yeah, I mean, when I say he's the hardest working guy, I mean, he just on Tuesday he had his 40-year anniversary at Multimeal. So he's been working his tail off for me and my family my whole life. And yeah, and my mom, my mom and dad are probably the two people I've learned the most leadership lessons from in my life. My dad learned work ethic from him, and my mom, I learned how to look out for your people and lead with love. She's probably the kindest person I've ever met. But yeah.
Wow, how's that for glowing reviews for your parents?
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm super grateful for them that they supported me, and they never stopped believing in me. I mean,
and they are super grateful for you for going to a school they don't have to pay for.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
because that's a heck of an education you're getting.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I guess we got our next guest here, but yeah, for any interested students, they can check out the usna.edu/admissions website if they want to learn more about. We've got some summer programs if they want to go out there. They can go out there as high school students and learn more in person, or they can learn more on the website or
USNA, United States Naval Academy.com, or is it .gov?
.edu.
.edu. Okay, I was wrong on both.
But yeah, and the last thing I'll say is some cool opportunities. Just this past month, I reached out. I'm interested in doing some radio or PA announcing out at Navy, and I was able to do the public address announcing for Navy versus Pittsburgh.
I'll bet that was
fun. It was fun, yeah.
Wow, that'd be cool. So, another random thing here, but how many NCAA Division I schools do not have an S on the name of their mascot? And Navy is one of them, as a midshipman.
Midshipman.
And I don't remember for sure anymore. I used to know this, but I think it's like 13 or something.
Is it? Yeah, I was going to say somewhere like 15 to 20 or something.
Alabama Crimson Tide, Notre Dame Fighting Irish, Toledo Green Wave. So,
yeah.
Just something a little, if you can talk to the kids about sports and stuff.
Yeah.
Little unique thing.
You going to head over to BA then next week?
Yep. So I'll be bouncing around some high schools next week. I'll be at BA. I'll be at Owatonna High School. I'll be at Faribault High School, and then St. Thomas Academy. So there's a big event up at St. Thomas Academy on Tuesday night, 7 p.m. So if any interested students or family want to swing by there, if not, I'll be bouncing around high schools.
Do you do like, I don't know, do they have intramurals at the academy? Do you still play hoops?
Yep. So they have 36 varsity sports, and they have 5 intramural sports. There's also some club sports. So when I was a freshman at Navy, I played club baseball for a year. Baseball was probably my best sport growing up, and pitching and all that for BA and for summer teams. But then now I just do. I've done intramurals the past 3 years. But yeah, they keep us busy out there with physical curriculum and academics and all sorts of stuff.
And when you graduate, you're going to be a second lieutenant, correct?
So yeah, you can graduate into the Marine Corps as a second lieutenant, or I'll be graduated into the Navy as an ensign. So yeah, all the graduates graduate as officers in either the Navy or Marine Corps.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, even if somebody does want to be an officer in the Navy or Marine Corps and they don't get into Navy or they don't get into any of the academies, don't get bummed out. There's other commissioning paths out there. You can do ROTC through University of Minnesota or any. There's
Mankato State. My son went through the ROTC program there.
Otherwise, there's also Officer Candidate School, OCS. You just go do 4 years at a public university and say, you know what, maybe I want to do that. Yeah, I mean, you can do OCS, but yeah, I mean, I'm just here to kind of get some information out there on the Naval Academy.
Do a little recruiting.
Yeah, and this probably isn't for everybody, but I mean, I'll still say, work hard in school. I've learned a ton of lessons from school or sports, and that I'll carry with me throughout my life, no matter when I'm in the Navy or beyond. You're always going to face adversity, and you can learn from each day.
Well, thanks for thinking of this.
Thank you very much for coming out. We appreciate it.
Said, I'm not a coach or a player, but
good enough. You're better.
Maybe I'll see you guys at the lanes after this here in a little bit.
All right, you take care, and thanks a lot, and good luck. Getting the word out.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Have
anytime.
Great rest of your Saturday.
Come back anytime.
Thank you.
We've got a 7th grade diver who is at the state swimming and diving meet, and she is an all-state honorable mention diver.
Wow, as a 7th grader.
Are you intimidated, Ross?
A little bit, I got to be honest. I'm a little bit intimidated.
So am I.
Well, tell us your name.
My name is Makena.
Makena what?
Gunderson.
Makena Gunderson. Gunderson. Now, I kind of recognize that last name. Why would I recognize that last name? Uh-huh.
My dad.
Yeah, your dad. Shane Gunderson, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you know he used to play football for the Falcons? Did you know that?
Yeah.
Kind of a stud.
He played basketball and he played baseball.
Yeah. Wow, 7th grade, and you get to go to state. Now, how exciting was that? That just had to be like a blast for you.
Yeah, it was a really fun experience.
So tell us about the experience. I mean, you had to be a little bit nervous, weren't you?
Yeah. It was kind of stressful at first, but then, as soon as you got, comfortable with the board and stuff, it was really fun.
Is this the first time you ever been at the U of M Aquatic Center?
Yeah.
The first time ever?
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Now, you're kind of a tiny person here. Do you think that helps in diving?
It could.
It could?
It could.
You know, I'll be honest, I don't know much about diving at all. So,
yeah.
So, you know, I didn't know if that would make it easier for you to do the turns and come out of them, you know, have just a split second longer before you hit the water.
What helps her, I think, is she's a gymnast.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that doesn't hurt at all, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So what's your favorite dive? Can you describe your favorite dive?
My favorite dive is probably my 2.5 twister. It's like a back approach, and it's just a single summy with 2.5 twists.
And why is it your favorite?
I don't know. I've always been like known for my twists, and I've never really seen other people do it. So it kind of just makes it my favorite.
Okay.
Oh, very cool.
So which do you prefer, gymnastics or diving?
Honestly, if I had to choose, I would say diving just because it's not as much like stress on my body.
Okay.
Yeah.
What other sports are you in? Any others?
I do softball as well.
Oh, I've heard that. I heard you were a softball player. So now out of those 3, which are your favorite?
I don't know. I really do like them all.
Kind of whatever in season
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
I like that answer.
I do too. What position do you play in softball?
I do shortstop and center.
Okay.
There's a little difference between the two.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
Probably center.
Are you fast?
Yeah.
Pretty quick out there. I can see that.
So the track coach hasn't recruited you if you're fast?
Well, they tried to, but I was in the middle of softball, so I couldn't.
Oh, okay. I thought you could do both. You can't do both, huh?
No.
When I was in school, you could do both. But that was half a century ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not exaggerating. It was a half a century ago.
Dad, do you want to get in here and give any insight into this young lady?
I want to know how you train for the diving.
It's really just a lot of just going down your list over and over and making sure it's good and just cleaning it up as much as you can.
Do you have headphones with music to get you pumped before you go? Or
Yeah.
what's your favorite song to listen to?
I don't really have a favorite. I just kind of play my playlist, and whatever
Okay.
plays, just plays.
All right. And that does get you jacked up for the
Yeah.
diving, huh?
Yeah.
Although your dad tells me you're a pretty laid-back young lady. He says you don't really get too excited about anything.
Well,
Is that true?
no.
She controls her emotion. She controls her emotion.
That's what I mean. That's what I think. I think that Shane meant.
Yep.
It was a positive. It was not a negative.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to throw Shane here
Under the bus.
softball. No, I'm going to throw him a softball. How proud are you of her?
Very proud. Very proud. It was, we were talking about it as the year started. You know, her first meet, she got 145, and from that time on, you would not have expected, you know, where she would end at the end of the year. But she put in a ton of time, set some really good goals, really was eyeing that section meet, trying to get to the state tournament, and met that goal, and then had a goal of making it to the semifinals and did that, and then had a goal of making it to the finals and did that, and then she was in 14th, and then made a goal of, you know, just moving up some divers, which she also did. You know, she went from 14th to 11th. So
outstanding.
So yeah, excuse me. It was, you know, proud dad, but also it was really cool to see her set some goals and achieve them and understand the pieces.
What is a good score in diving? I mean,
I don't know.
Well, for her,
well,
for our listening audience, you know, I mean, you said 145, and we don't know if a good score is 300 or 200. You know,
here's the difference in all of the like dual meets, you only dive 6 dives.
Okay,
and then when you get to sections, you dive 11 dives. And so there were a couple of 11 dive meets throughout the season, one in Owatonna, and that just to kind of prepare you for that piece, because usually, you know, there's a lot of girls that have 6 really good dives, and then you might have 8 good dives, but to have all 11 dives and be really good at them is a tough deal. And so So 11 dive total, really good total, is probably, I think the girl that won the state tournament this year was 465.
Okay.
And that's top end.
Okay.
So her best before the state tournament was 304 and then went 330 in the state tournament. So really improved.
Now, Makena, I got to ask you this question now. The diving and the gymnastics, the scoring system is very subjective. In other words, you have, 2, 3, 4 people that are evaluating you in that instant and flashing up cards or giving you a score or whatever.
Yeah.
That's got to be kind of nerve-wracking, isn't it? I mean, think, what are these very few people, what are they going to think of my performance in that 2 seconds?
Yeah. I mean, it's also the point where you just kind of get used to it. Like, my first gymnastics, my first diving, I was really nervous. But, now at the end of the season of diving, I'm not that nervous. Because, I just know whatever happens.
Has there ever been a 7th grader go to state for Faribault before in diving? Were you aware,
Good question. I don't know. We had
I'm going to guess.
We had our thing this morning, and that would have been a good question for Charlie. I mean, Charlie's been doing it for a while.
That's right.
I think there's been a couple 9th graders, but I don't know that there's ever been a 7th grader.
That's what I was thinking. That might be history right there.
So Makena, if you don't get a score as good as you think you should from one of those judges, you want to go there and punch him in the nose.
Oh my! Don't be asking that.
Say, hey, why didn't I get a better score from you?
So I can tell a story. So Big 9 championships. She was right around that all conference area. Yeah, she was in 7th with her best dive to go. So the top 6, or maybe the top 5 are all conference. The 6th one is a honorable mention. And so going into that last dive, she does her favorite dive, the back summy 2.5 twists. Always gets a really high score. She does it. All of a sudden there's silence. They call it a no dive. And so she went from 7th all the way down to 11th or 12th or whatever it was at the Big 9s. And everybody was upset except for, so there was one judge who said, nope, that wasn't dive. She twisted on the board. She's never been called on it all year. And so I think, at least from my perspective, watching what happened, she dealt with that adversity very well, and kind of used that to springboard her, as a motivation to springboard her going into sections and into state. It has happened, but I thought she handled it pretty well.
So how do you top this now?
Place at state. Get a medal, something like that.
Well, you did. You're honorable mention all state, aren't you?
Yeah. Do it again.
Only a little bit higher.
Yep.
We've got about 30 seconds here for you. So anything we haven't asked you about, anything you want to pass on? I mean, what would you say to recruit maybe another couple people to your team?
Everyone's really nice. It's a really good environment to be in. I mean,
there's no real bench, is there?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody kind of participates?
Yeah,
right?
Everyone participates. All of our divers swim. You can swim, you can dive, you can do all that.
You swim too?
Yeah.
What event?
I mainly do the 50 and 100 relay.
I was just going to guess it was a sprint.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very.
Fast. Remember, she's fast.
She's fast. Yeah. Well, thank you very, very much for coming out.
I'm not fast.
Yeah. Now let's see. Gymnastic. What season is that in?
That's now.
Winter. Okay. So, are you going to come out and give us an update on the gymnastics?
Yes.
We would appreciate that.
What's your favorite apparatus?
Either beam or floor.
Beam. That little. Oh my word. She's fearless as well.
She's got tiny feet, though. They can land.
Well, your feet might not always be tiny.
The Southern AI agents are everywhere, automating tasks and making decisions at machine speed. But agents make mistakes. Just one rogue agent can do big damage before you even notice. Rubrik Agent Cloud is the only platform that helps you monitor agents, set guardrails, and rewind mistakes, so you can unleash agents, not risk. Accelerate your AI transformation at Rubrik.com. That's RUBRIK.com.
With the state of today's economy, it's more important than ever to invest in products that last for years to come. As the seasons shift and get cooler, make sure your closet is stocked with durable layers that stand the test of time from American Giant. American Giant's clothes work harder and are wearable season after season. Their greatest hoodie ever made is made from the highest quality materials that are cut and sewn right here in the United States. So you're investing right back in your local community. Choosing American Giant means taking a stand for American manufacturing and hardworking Americans, something other mega corporations don't care about. From fleece to knit, all in a range of colors for versatile daily wear, American Giant delivers everyday pieces designed for everyday life. Feel the difference of quality, made-to-last clothes from American Giant. Get 20% off your first order with code STAPLE20 at American-Giant.com. That's 20% off your first order at American-Giant.com with code STAPLE20.